Alright, basically, I guess we're going to have to try to go defensive. Like, completely defensive, and just stay alive. If I can make it so that I'm recovering at the same rate he's doing damage, then that'll be a significant benefit to everybody. So instead of doing damage right off the bat, we'll start with the whole buffing. Get everybody turtled. Get everybody devilish diced. We will do a time warp on Fury and hope that works. Okay, power surge, double turn. Everybody's buffed. Okay. Charge, powers. We'll do... do we have Yasandre's Calliope up yet? No, we don't. Now we do. Okay, what else we got? We're going to get Sylph up, and we're going to put Sylph on Fatty. And then we're going to get Sanctuary on everybody. In terms of this guy, we're going to go with well, here's the thing. Are we going to be able to do a reflect and counter on anybody? We will use reflect and counter on Spooky to try to make him more survivable, and on Fury for the same reason. And Spooky will get worm him up, and we'll be good to go. So everybody's buffed up. We can't even damage him, we haven't even tried. But then again, he's barely damaged us compared to last time. Okay, here he is, dispelling his invulnerability. And almost killing us in one blow. Youch, that really hurts. Okay, let's try to get this... Let's try to get this actually on the way. We'll go ahead and do Trilogy on this guy. Twice. Gerald is going to do... well, Faith and Piety didn't really help me any. He's low on health, so what I'm going to try to do is Ascension on Gerald, which effectively gives him Godhood. And then he's going to use Judgment on this guy. Alright. Spooky's just about dead, so he's going to try to get a blood potion on... oh, fuck, I just used it on the wrong person. You will share the graves of your ancestors, your kin, and your planet. Okay. I'm actually doing a little bit of damage to him. So, what can I do here? Ow. Is it going to kill Spooky? No, but I'm able to actually reflect and counter him. Okay, so that's not bad. Okay, onto this scene, and he goes ahead and slashes us all, and Spooky's the one that dies. Holy cow, that does a lot of damage. Okay. And that does do a lot of damage. How long until Inspiring Roar wears off? I have no idea, but I'm going to get Care Bear up. She is going to try to res Spooky. And then she will go ahead and do maybe one of these will help. Double shield, that sounds like it might help. Gerald is going to Piety on Fatty, and he will also Piety on Fury. Alright. And here we go. Power Surge on him. Okay, I'm successfully countering everything. Except now Spooky's gonna die again. So if I get piety up, that's really going to help. Okay. Powers, again, we're going to do Inspiring Roar again, just to get it up. Fury is once more going to attempt to raise... Oh, she can't. She's going to do jumper cables on Spooky. And then she's going to attempt to use something. I don't know. We'll try Erasure on him. He will try to... yeah, he'll try to Judgment, I guess. Oh, he's low on energy. What he's going to do, he's going to drink his energy potion. A strong energy potion. And then he will go ahead and use something. Judgment, maybe? Yeah. Do you sense it, Menagerie? Do you feel the crushing realization of frivolity? Do you now see why I said it was pointless to challenge me? Well, I've got a strategy now. I just need to get Spooky to last more than about 5 seconds. Everybody's up. Okay, countering. What I need to do is have Gerald go ahead and drop another counter on... Oh, fuck. All my shit wore off. Okay. Well... We'll go ahead and do Ferocious Roar on everybody. She will do shock cables on Spooky. Gerald, since he's last, will try to immediately get Piety up on Spooky, and then he will try to get Devilish Dice up on everybody. It is useless, Nadinians. You are on the edge of your efforts. What do you hope to achieve? Well, I hope to actually get everybody able to use counter and everything. From the beginning, you've had no chance. As a gift, I will be the one to end your cycle of impotence. Oh, fuck. Well, he unleashed the Cyan Reaches. And I lived through it, kind of. Except not really. He's still got a shitload of health. Yeah, that's my Sylph kicking in. And now I've got to use the one for all. Except I can't. Reform Return. And one for all. Why can't I use one for all? Why can I not use one for all? Why can I not use one for all? God damn it. Frigid Warden? Now I can. It was just a bug. Because he died and come back from another ability, he wasn't considered a bear even though he was. So let's do one for all. Now that was interesting. Like the phoenix, you arose from your corpses. That's my power. I bet you don't have an auto-life button, dipshit. Ha, unlike you, I'd never need life insurance. I'm going to live forever. And so he dies. So let's get Fury to use jumper cables on Fatty. Gerald will use Piety on Fury, and he will use Piety on himself, and then Spooky will use Time Warp on Fury. I'll get bored before we whittle down that fucking insane health pool of yours. Maybe I'll be courteous and spare you the trouble. I can reactivate my invulnerability at any time. You've had no chance from the beginning. This is ridiculous. Even if I could be asked taking all that off, you'd just start spamming Cyan Reaches and kill us all without fail. So at last you have begun to comprehend the limits of a god. Does a god have limits? No, that's what you fail to realize. I am above limits. Don't delude yourself, fool. Blue? Your hubris is going to be the end of you, Zadari. Don't interfere, demigod. Your existence is as much my fault as it is theirs, so I will interfere as much as is needed. I said I'd help you through this crisis, Blue. You're the last hope, heroes. Don't falter now. I never doubted us for a second. You can't give in now. We are bestowing the majority of our power onto you. If you cease to exist, so will our hope. Hello, ladies. Saphael? How dare you have a huge Deus Ex Machina and not invite me? Here you go, heroes. Bask in my salvation. Things are looking up. You're damn right they are. Don't leave anyone out of the fun. The more strength we can give them, the better. So, Zadari, just to rephrase it for you in a new light, I bet you wish you had an auto-life button, dipshit. Even if he does, I'm voiding it. Because seriously, fuck this asshole. He doesn't get a second chance. No! Stop this! I'm doing a good thing. Also, Bubbles Omnitasking was a hilarious buff name. You did one thing. Had you just destroyed Galaxia out of rage, this wouldn't be happening as it is. But look at you. You've become everything you've despised. As a power-crazed nut, an autocrat, an honor-less murderer, a tyrant, and better yet, you've just now become a crybaby. Good job. You've gone full circle. I wouldn't let frickin' Helldeath house you. Should you die here, you're going to the Mammoths. You haven't killed just Galaxians. You've killed every being you've encountered. Children, women, even those who begged you for mercy. Even as one who supports anarchy, that's just too far, dog. Here, mortals, I'll chip in my piece as well. You've earned it, for getting us as far as you have on your own. Be healed, and with our blessings, be victorious. So, okay. Look sharp, Menagerie. The time has come. Now is the chance to seek out your revenge. He's killed everybody you held dear, destroyed all you considered precious except each other. Together we can rock his shit so hard he won't have a rock to stand on. You were ready to fight to the end to defeat me, so I'll do the same for you. Now or not, Menagerie. Prevail or fail. And this is where it changes, because I have no idea how much damage and such I can do. He's still at 12 million. Let's use powers. Get, you know, I've got 12 million energy points. Let's just go ahead and do the Gatekeeper on him. Twice. What else we got? Let's do Sylph just in case on Fatty. And then she's going to do Trilogy, I guess. Gerald is going to do Piety on Spooky. And then he will do Piety on Fatty. And then he will do Piety on himself. Spooky will do Time Warp on Fury. And then he will do Time Warp on himself. Okay. Oh, now we're doing some damage. Double turn and double turn. Nice, nice. So I'm doing all counters. Die before Anarchy itself. And here we go. Cyan, he pulls off a galactic sweep. And he took half our life. Fucking yay. Well, it's time to heal ourselves. Wait. Okay. Why is Fatty not actually doing anything? Okay. Let's do, well shit. Let's do Medical Pack to bring everybody up. And we'll do it twice. In fact, we'll do it 3 times just to make sure everybody is at full. Then we'll do Piety on the 2 people that don't have it, which is who doesn't have it? Spooky and Gerald have it, so but it should have been Spooky and Fury. Oh, fuck. We'll do piety on Fury, and we'll do piety on... I forgot who was buffed. Gerald. Oh, 3 people should have it. So wait a minute. Okay, she's going to go ahead and do medical pack on everybody. One person should not have piety. Spooky, Gerald, and Gerald have it. You know what? Fuck piety. I'm going to go ahead and do judgment on this guy. Like 3 times. And then Spooky is going to do warm him on everybody. Nah. We'll do time warp on Fatty. We will do time warp on Gerald. And we will do some sort of damage. Give me a sec. We'll do magic missile on this guy. Medical pack. That 3rd time was a little bit of overkill. So we need to get Sylph on everybody. ASAP. Plasma strike. Ineffective. I will be the funeral you endlessly crave. Ouch. Okay. I still can't do anything with Fatty. Oh, you know what? I think that he fucked himself up using the Guardian thing. Okay. Lesson learned. Don't use it. And she will go ahead and use her last one to do Sylph on Gerald. Gerald is going to go ahead and just do Judgment 3 times. Or 4 times. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm sorry. I have to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Judgment. Judgment. And then a 4th time Judgment. And then Spooky is going to do Magic Missile. Magic Missile. And Magic Missile. Everybody's healed. Auto life on Gerald. Doing quite a bit of damage here. Holy crap. Fatty's attacking everybody. Maybe I should have thought that through a little bit better. Or maybe he's confused or something. Okay. Death or undeath, I will be part of this universe forever. Here comes his major attack. We will live. Okay. Can I use Fatty yet? No. But what I can do is go back up here, do medical pack, and then it's pointless to do Arcane Conduit. We'll do Sylph on Spooky. Gerald will do... Gerald's going to try to purify all omens on everybody first, because I think that may be one of our issues. Then we'll do Piety on Fury and Piety on Fatty. And then he's going to do... because he can do everything, Devilish Dice on everybody. And then Spooky is going to... I want to continue to do Time Warp. So I'll do Time Warp on Fatty, Time Warp on Fury, and Time Warp on... I think that's it. Let's do Magic Missile again. It's taking forever, but yeah, I think we can do it. And now Fatty is... well, he's doing damage to his own party, like about half the time. Get counter up on those 2. Double chance. If I do win, I'm gonna absorb your powers. Then every one of you is so fucked. Stay strong, Nadinians. I've got a plan. I love how they refer to us Nadinians, despite me clearly being from Galaxia. Must mean they aren't worried about my ability at staying strong. Flat area bound. I'm just too damn good. Can I just say that the blue robe little one is my favorite? You already did? Be quiet, though. Alright. Now, I'm still back on Fury. Well, fuck. I think I fucked myself out of using Fatty for anything. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing underway. Trilogy. Oh wait, she can't use trilogy twice because she's got to heal everybody twice. Medical pack and then medical pack on everybody. Gerald, oh god damn it! Let me see if I can't hit the right key this time. I'll go ahead and do judgment a bunch of times. Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. Surprise, motherfucker! I'll be taking those powers back. Adachi? What? I killed you! You sure did. I've got an axe to grind with you, Defiler. What is happening? You may have escaped justice, but you'll never escape our revenge. We're alive, our powers returned. You know what that means, don't you, Archbishop? We're on your side, Nadinians. Make him pay. What? My... Thanks to you, Sandre, the powers you stole for us are no longer yours. You're finished, anarchist. Shall we? Yes, they are worthy of our legacy. Okay. Alright. So now I'm doing some serious damage. Like, 20 minutes into the fucking fight. Alright, looks like Fatty's still off the rails. Let's just go ahead and try and end this. Trilogy on him. Trilogy. Judgment. Judgment. And magic missile. Oh, my time warp wore off of Spooky. Yeah, lesson learned. Don't let Fatty use the Guardian thing. Well, I'm doing hundreds of thousands of damage to him. Spooky's got to time warp himself. And Gerald, I think. Powers, Trilogy. Gerald, Judgment, and Judgment. And then Spooky's got to get time warp back up on everybody, or else this is going to take for fucking ever. Time warp on the last two. Alright. He's hitting his own people more often than not. Fury. Gerald. Come on, Trilogy's doing jack shit on this guy. Come on, Gerald, beat his ass. Alright. Trilogy. Well, I've got him a third of the way down. Alright. Time warp on Fury. And then we will dump back into the magic missile bit. We'll try to take this guy out. That Trilogy is doing significantly less damage than the rest of those people's attacks on an individual hit basis, but it is hitting 3 times each time, so I guess it balances out. Alright, as usual, I just rinse and repeat until this guy dies. He's halfway down. Hold on. I have to actually select the right power. And we continue to pour damage into him. Okay, I need to get some sort of, I guess some sort of dice up or something. Chance up, or whatever it was. Come on, keep taking him down. Alright. Fuck. He's got 5 million left. which equates to about 4 rounds. Assuming we keep going the way we're going. And I think there's no reason to expect us not to go this way. And if he'd stop hitting himself, then it would be another thing. Alright. Fury's doing her damage. Gerald tapping them for 140,000 apiece. And I guess we just rinse and repeat until the end of the fucking fight. Powers. Oh, he's down to 3 million. This may only take 3 rounds. And Spooky, last but not least. Come on, fatty, hit the right person. Oh, god damn. Just so we're clear, the Guardian is a fucking useless ability. Come on, take him out. Alright, people's doubles turns have been wearing off. Trilogy on him. Trilogy on him. Trilogy on him. Judgment, and Judgment, and Judgment. And, Time Warp on Gerald. And, let's do Magic Missile. Oh, he should Time Warped himself, too. Fuck. Oh, well. Come on, take it down. I'm tired of this fight already. I've got some comments on this fight, and they're not good. Come on, he's got 870,000 left. We can do this. Let's do this. This should be the end of him on this round. Unless people just start really missing all of a sudden. And there he is. He's dead. Erg, you did well. Zaiti, what are you going to do? It's clear that this universe wants no parts of my plans. I'm not even really sure what I was trying to prove. But if this truly is Origin's idea of some twisted joke at the expense of 2 worlds, then I can leave this universe happy, knowing I did my part as the murder-happy marionette, even if no one is laughing but some big white-hooded jack-off. I feel like I've at least lived now. Wherever I end up going can continue to amuse me, but I'm fucking done with this universe. Rest easy, Archbishop. So, is it at last? Yes, it's over. You remember the deal, right? We do. There's not much left to live for. We could rebuild, but I'm on a similar train to Zadari. We considered him a monster, but it's really thanks to us that he got the way he did. Tack. Before we all die for good, I want to say that we are sorry. I wish, looking now, that your plans would have gone just how you'd hoped. It's just too bad we became so prided that it took the entire annihilation of our empire to see that in the end, you were the only one of us who was right. When we judged you all those years ago, I'll be the second to admit I felt bad about it afterwards. You were the morality we needed. Second? Oh, I assumed he would have told you. Oh, Azarath? No. Azarath was the one who voted against your banishment. What? Zadari said that we should all feel disgusted that we did what we did. We just took it like most of what he said, but it's quite likely he meant it. Had his vote been counted, you might have still been here. Sorry I'm late. The Archbishop is dead, Vizier. Blue filled me in. Why are we here now? I made a deal too. The Galaxian Empire's legacy is to be set in stone. I trusted yours with the power of my father, and you will have all failed to use it in the way he meant. This should be good. I've never been stoned before. Not you. You three have earned your right to movability. Since all else that remains of the Galaxian Empire is dead or cast off elsewhere in the universe, it'd be best if we froze the assets so history doesn't repeat itself. Oh, by setting it in stone you were being literal, weren't you? Likely. Azarath does possess the stone form spell. In that case, count me in too. The sentiment is nice, Blue, but I have no reason left to exist. And I have seen all worth being alive for. My ultimate goal was to be home and to unite with my mother. Looking at what we have here now, this is what I've got, and it's all I need. I feel whole. But spooky. No buts. My end game had been reached. There's no reason to tarry around in the world of the living. I think nothing will excite me here after that. What do I have left to live for? All I've sought is now accomplished. Better to die happy than live out life lonely. Well, if you must, I can't really stop you. I'd be more than happy if we could die together. My life is complete. Fatty, Fiore, Gerald, I know all three of you have goals. One's not yet fulfilled. It'll be up to you now, home or not, to see those to the end. I'll be happy to finally die this way. It's much nicer than being stabbed or slashed multiple times. You make us proud, Azarath. Even in the face of disaster, you carried out your sworn oath. This whole thing is a mess. I'll rest easy now, knowing that Zadari is no more. Our closure isn't far from justification. We were Zadari as a whole on a more scheduled scale. Really. Through our departure, life will see a new light, and I am okay with that. Ugh. Hang on, if we're dying, will we be going to the same place as Zadari? Nah, he's going to the Mammox. You lot are going with Bubbles. Oh, right. I'm okay with that. It's almost time. Say your final goodbyes to those who live. You can start charging now, Azarath. Goodbye, Azarath. Maybe we'll see you someday in death. I certainly hope I don't live too much longer. Nadinians, don't ever think you or your cause was worthless. You have indeed saved all that matters. Goodbye. I'll miss you, Tack. And you, Spooky. Spooky, when upon I die, you're promising now that we'll hang out after hours, yeah? Oh, hell yes. This is definitely happening. See you then, McLarge. I'll be there too. Goblins have really weak lifespans for humanoids anyway. Like 30 tops. Shit sucks. It was an honor while it lasted, my friends. I'll be your friend in death like I was your loyalist in life. Farewell. Get going, Nadinians, now. Your vessel is waiting south. Now hurry. Don't worry about us, just go. And here he turns them all to stone. Just as we lift off. Well, that was pretty harsh. And Galaxian is no more. Oh, not yet. There's a little bit left. And so their entire species is going extinct now. And they were the last ones there. That's kind of sad, actually. Makes you feel for the little blue-robed asshole. And there they go. Well, okay, dragging on a little long, aren't we? There it goes, all turned to stone. Poof. Oh, come on. Alright. This is a sad goodbyes. And he is overwhelmed with the stone texture. As is she. Yet, because she's taller, technically she gets to see her son die before he gets to see her die. That's kind of brutal fact. If it's petrifying them from the feet up. Come on. Okay. And so Galaxian is no more. So sad. Not really, but hey. There are like 3 people worthwhile on that entire planet. Fuck. Goodbye, Galaxian. Okay, this is drawing on a little bit long. There's a difference between sad and really, really drawing on. And there it goes. Poof. If this goes to another shot of Galaxian, I'm going to scream. Okay. Music's over. It has to be over now. 21 hours from the menagerie was formed. Should be from when the menagerie was formed. At the end of our journey, a tragic resolution was immortalized in stone, serving to render a grim reminder of the past. Fatty did not have any kin to return to, however. His quest never seemed to be for home. He yearned for adventure and exploration, and I think he couldn't have gone about a better way of finding it. Off with the space pirates. Yay. Fatty lived out the remainder of his days as a space pirate under whimsical Benang Booty Bildrats. Okay, under the whimsical Benang Booty Bildrats, led by Captain Crikey. He told me he felt more accepted with them than any of his previous company. We kept in contact while it was possible, but alas, this is a burden of immortality. You outlive near everyone you care for. Speaking of, Gerald made quite a name for himself. He migrates from planet to planet, helping out locals with his talents. He's become quite respected as a payless mercenary. Gerald was also not in the adventure to find his home. For him, it was a quest to do good. We also kept in contact, but he died even faster than Fatty due to his lineage. But at least when their ending had come, they were happy. Nadine's apocalypse would render the soft, vibrant bubble into a sandy orb, at least for a long time. In 2052, it would be inhabited by a new race, fleeing one of the 6 ancient demigods I could once summon, the Frost Lord Maw, but that's another story. After the menagerie had divided, I wasn't sure what I would do. Looking back on the adventure, though, I think my main goal was to discover the truth to my origins and to get people to stop lying to me. I returned to Spritopia, my real home, to live out the simpler life that was apparently my birthright. Mum and I have talked much since this whole debacle, though to be fair, it has been 400 years. And there's Spritopia. During my life, I've been called by several names. Mortals of today call me Austerlus. My friends of yesterday knew me as Fiore, and Aurora is my real name, if blue is to be believed anyway. My life changed dramatically in the course of 21 hours. From elf to nymph, forest dweller to cloud soarer. One moment I'm getting falsely accused by some wood elf for starting fires. The next I'm co-piloting an advancing warship against an enormous flagship. It all went by so fast, we never had a chance to reflect. But what I did learn is that no matter how great a threat is posed to the universe, it only takes some brave mortals with their heart in the right place to set it all right. As I look skyward toward the calm viridian cloudscape that obscures my planet's view of the stars, I think of my old friends and all they did to bring us a new age. It was quite an adventure we all had. no matter how R-y it was. It was something to be remembered, a legacy, an epic, a prequel. The end. Alright, that was Menagerie Remastered. It was interesting. It was kind of bizarre. It was very well done in terms of production value. I loved the music. The storyline was really off the rails. I really enjoyed that. What I had a problem with were two things. In some instances, the cinematics dragged on a little bit past their welcome, but that can be overlooked. But that last fight, holy shit, that last fight. Okay, if you're gonna have... That last fight was an exercise in Deus Ex Machina. It basically was unwinnable with your core stats. Your whole purpose in that fight was to live long enough for the NPCs to come save your ass, and then use the NPC granted god powers to beat them down. You couldn't win with your basic powers, and once the NPCs gave you their powers, you couldn't lose. And there's games that have done things like that, and I mean, lots of JRPGs do things like that, but if you're going to do that, why make the fight take 20 minutes? It's like, it got really boring at the end, and it felt like the whole game has the typical JRPG style linear storyline, which is not a bad thing. It told a really nice story. I really love the story, don't get me wrong. But if you're going to rob the player of their sense of agency at the last minute, don't be boring about it, because once I was given the powers, it was just a grind after that, and it took like 5 to 10 minutes of just grinding away without being unable to lose, while being unable to lose. And I don't know, it was like it ended on it was a sour note. But otherwise, this game is really, really nice. I encourage anybody who's looking for some really off-the-wall, zany shit to pick up this game. The music was absolutely fucking beautiful. I mean, I loved that for what it was. So, I will put links in the description below, again, where to pick this up. Yeah, this has been the RPG Crawler with Menagerie Remastered. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment, subscribe, keep your eyes out for more RPG playthroughs. Until next time, take care, and goodbye. Alright, I'm back for a minute. During the editing process, I was looking at my lead-out critique of this particular game, and I wanted to go ahead and make a few issues clear. It's important enough for me to go ahead and add this. I thought about editing out those portions of my critique that I thought were overly harsh, because upon listening to them, I ended up sounding harsher than I meant to be. And it's not at all what I meant to be. This game is great. It's wonderful. I had 2 issues out of the entire experience that concerned me, and they were really more issues. You need to understand, I'm more of a Western RPG guy. They were really more issues that are common to the JRPG genre, and this game really just exemplified those issues. And that is the overblown Deus Ex Machina battle, the long drawn-out cinematics. Those are things that really detract from the RP experience for me from all JRPGs, not just this one. So if you think that I was tearing apart the game, I didn't mean it to come out that way. I'm just addressing my concerns on what is overall an excellent game. I really, really enjoyed this game. It's one of the few JRPGs which I've managed to bear through to the very end on. This experience really earns a thumbs up from me. I really enjoyed everything about this game. Even those little things I critiqued, they were just two minor elements of the whole thing. This game has enough value. It has more value than some things which I paid good money for to play. I could see this game with a little bit of cleanup, you know, being sufficient for a commercial release easily. I mean, this thing, I would easily see this thing on something like Steam, a version of it on Steam or something. I mean, I could see this 100% of the way. So don't let my little commentary at the end dissuade you from trying this game out if you're thinking about it yourself. There's a lot of content that I didn't. I'm learning that there's quite a bit of content that I didn't even touch in this game. There's some optional stuff that you can go into. I recommend anybody that wants to check it out, but I thought it was important to clear that up. I'm not tearing on the game. It's a great game. It's just, I've got those two little issues that I just it kind of kills the JRPG genre as a whole for me, and this game really just did not necessarily suffer, but suffers in my eyes for being such a good representation at the end of the JRPG genre. So, take it as what you will. Not that anybody really cares what an old fat old man like me thinks in such things, but I felt it was important to make that clarification. So, until next time, take care and goodbye.